Hello and welcome to the YouTube channel D Creations Resources and to the series wir lernen Deutsch, we learn German. We've already learned some sentences pertaining to introduction, right? For example, wie heißen Sie? It means what is your name? Or if you want to ask someone how are you, we learned that there are two ways. If you want to ask it formally to someone whom you don't know much or someone whom you have tremendous respect for, then you would say it as wie geht es Ihnen? And if it is a friend, you can just say wie geht es dir or wie geht's and so on. Now we move further and we talk about some sentences where you can talk about the origin of a person. So someone can ask you, where do you come from? So how do they ask that in German? Woher kommen Sie? Woher kommen Sie? Woher kommen Sie? Then if you want to say, now it depends. You will, here I have written the name of the country as India, but you can put your own country's name here, wherever you come from. So if you want to say I come from India, you would say Ich komme aus Indien. Ich komme aus Indien. Ich komme aus Indien. Then if you want to, or if they realize that okay, you are an Indian, and they can say he is an Indian for a man or a boy. So how will they say it? Er ist Inder. Er ist Inder. Er ist Inder. And if it's a girl or a woman, they would say she is an Indian. So how would they say that? Sie ist Inderin. Sie ist Inderin. Now, if you want to tell someone that the other person is German, so you can say he is German. Er ist Deutscher. Er ist Deutscher. Er ist Deutscher. And if you want to say she is German, you would say sie ist Deutsche. Sie ist Deutsche. So here I am sure you are being able to understand some things, that depending on the subject, the form of the verb that you use changes. So if it is in respect Sie, then you're using the word kommen here. That is the verb, in fact. Kommen is the word. If you're talking about yourself, you're putting it as komme. We are going to do this later in one of the episodes where we learn it formally for each subject. But here I would like you to just take note of these things. Or German, as I said, is a gender specific language. So er, of course, is the word for he, and then the form is inder. And sie is a form, feminine form, and inderin. So unlike English, where Indian is the word for both, here you see the difference, right? And now the exercise time, based on whatever you've learned so far, I want you to translate the sentence I speak German and write the answer as comment. Let me give you a hint. The verb that you would use would be sprechen. Okay, so now it's very easy. Just write the answer. Okay, so how do you say thank you in German finally, ending this episode? Dankeschön. Vielen Dank.